welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the alarm clock here in South Beach can hit you like a ton of bricks.
It can, especially if you're out the night before, Ed, which a lot of players have been, quote-unquote, known to do. Let's see if they show up tonight.
Gotta find the energy. Gotta get ready. This one's about to get underway. Opening tip won by the Heat, and we're underway in Miami.
Cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night.
Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. To Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Screen coming. De'Aaron Fox. Marvin Bagley with the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. He'd have the basketball. Dragic. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Fox into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Not going down for him this time.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Kings come up with it. Bagley. Harrison Barnes powers it through. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Dragic. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He misses. Buddy Hield. Down low for Barnes. And he the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Harrison Barnes at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the free. First free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
I got him. Here we go.
Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. Man, he's shifty. Tough defensive assignment. Goran Dragic with the answer.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Flushes it home. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Barnes to Fox. Harrison Barnes. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Waiters. Fires the three. Waiters forced that one off the mark on the 3.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Dragic. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They'll take it from downtown. Let's see, Jay, if that wakes them up.
Yeah, that was a big-time 3, but the most important possession is now, the one you're currently in. Don't focus on the next play, but focus on the present.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox to Towns. The Heat secure the rebound. Dragic with the basketball. They trail by 7. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. That's out.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, Sacramento. Substitutions.
Dragic into the front court. His team down 9.
He's flashing. Bump him.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Fox across the timeline. He'll run the offense. The drive right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Time for some new personnel into...
Come on, y'all. Let's go get it. What's going on?
Entering the game for the Sacramento Kings. Number 1, Trevor Ariza. Subbing in for the Heat. Number 81.
Screen. On your right. Hey, don't touch that. Let that go. Screen coming. Watch that
Down
back
to
door.
5 on the 24 from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Nothing going here on that drive.
In the first quarter.
Count it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carved Bring them up in the first quarter.
Mason with it. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Stein powers it through.
And you have to remember that the Kings finished 30th last year in the league in scoring. One of only 2 teams that averaged under 100 points.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw try, off the mark. Willie Cauley-Stein sends it away. Mason with it. His team up by 7. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And the finish at the rim. Late heave to beat the buzzer. The quarter's concluded. It's the Kings with the lead. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stuff.
We know what's coming.
Substitutions, Sacramento. Substitutions, Miami.
Let's go. Here I come. Rocco. Here we go. I got him.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
They get it down for Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Defense, let's go.
Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Closing out or contesting his shot is a really bad idea because now the offense knows they can extend you away from the basket, and that's away from your original position as being a help defender.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Karl Anthony Towns trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter.
I'm here.
Short jumper off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Sacramento ball to Towns. And the finish. Slam dunk.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a King. Thomas into the front court. Down 6. Lays it up and in.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Towns. Oh, blocked away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
It's the Heat with the possession. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Isaiah Thomas at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Down low Towns. Goes reverse to lay it in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Towns. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down.
Substitutions, Miami.
And he makes... Oh, whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Buddy Hield to Towns. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. He missed it. Dragic with it. His guys trail by 10. Mikal Bridges to Dragic. And the rebound taken in by Towns. Five on the shot clock for Sacramento. To Hield. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Dragic. To Mikal Bridges. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Tough make through traffic.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Mikal Bridges.
Right.
Karl Anthony Towns with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And count the basket inside.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Dragic with the basketball. 14-point deficit. Curling inside. Karl Anthony Towns. Huge block. Kings with the ball.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Buddy Hield. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Towns, down low. Gets it in the right corner. Trying to cash in. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Towns. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. To Towns. 4-3. Oh, Karl Anthony Towns. Not too much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested 3.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Here comes the screen. Dion Waiters. 4 out of 10.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
They get it down for Towns. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kings have the basketball. Down low Towns to Hield. And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Buddy Hield. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 86% from the line. Nope. First one does not go. Oh, he missed on a pair. Dragic into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Here comes the screen. Waiters picked up by Ariza. The shot almost.
Hey, locked up.
To Hield. To Towns. Down low. The pass set it all up.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Here comes the screen to Whiteside. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Towns to Hield. For 3, can't get the bounce. Dragic with it, down by 15. To Whiteside. To Dragic. Has a look. Here's the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. To Towns. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dragic. Has a chance. No good.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To Heald. They get it down for Towns. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Towns. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Karl-Anthony Towns. He's got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Thomas across the timeline. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Isaiah Thomas, defended by Towns. Nothing going here on that drive. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a King. Thomas to Mikal Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. Into the front court, it's Fox. His guys hold a commanding lead. Marvin Bagley with the slam.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Thomas to Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. 5 to shoot for Miami. To Thomas. Trying to cash in. Thomas' shot there won't go. To Fox. And he's going to the line to shoot 2.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Karl-Anthony Towns at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Dragic with the basketball. Down a bundle.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
To Thomas. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Thomas. And it's Towns there to get the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Dragic to Thomas. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. 24-second violation. That's out of... Dragic. Can't connect from in close. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Fox with it. His guys holding the big lead. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Caleb Swanigan rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Fox. They work it down to Barnes. Stuffs it down with authority.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Short jumper won't go down. To Barnes. Shot from the lane won't go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. It's Sacramento ball.
Who gonna do this?
De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Fox into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Has a look. Shot by Barnes, no good. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Now ready to shoot at the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Harrison Barnes. A couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. 2 for 2 on that trip. Stuffs it down with authority. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Off the assist.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of pass. Started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Won't go down. Barnes to Fox. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox. Tough shot. He hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Dragic into the front court. He'll run the offense. Off the mark. No good. Hassan Whiteside. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Fox. And a nice finish at the rim.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
And he finishes at the rim.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Hassan Whiteside with the block.
Continuous effort is the key for your team's success. No one this entire ball game has quit on a play. That right there, that's what's going to help your team win this game.
Sacramento ball to Harrison Barnes. No, he missed a short one there. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
To Fox. Here comes the screen. De'Aaron Fox. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Knocked loose. It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. Miami with the basketball. Knocked loose. Dragic. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
De'Aaron Fox trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 72%.
I got blocked. It's all me.
Shot won't go. Nice pass to set things up. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
De'Aaron Fox at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Miami's got it. To Whiteside. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Down low, Towns. Driving right to the basket. And there you have it. He's fouled out of the game.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Into the game for Sacramento.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kings with the ball. De'Aaron Fox to Towns. Short jumper off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning it.
To end on that one, 94 feet for the basket.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul him.
Adebayo sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Good ball. That's so cool.
And stuffs it home.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Bam, Adebayo. Tips it. It's the Heat with the possession.
This game is all about playing mind tricks.
Stuffs it down with authority.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Knocked loose. Kings come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
De'Aaron Fox to Towns, down low. Can't connect. He throws it down.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
To Barnes. Lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Slam down. Karl Anthony Towns on the follow.
Oof. Really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Bam, Adebayo. Snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Easy path to the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Picked up by the Kings.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Barnes to Bagley. From the painted area, won't go down.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Kings have the basketball. It's the Kings who get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Kings emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Heat lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
Game trap. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Karl Anthony Towns was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup. handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Check out the upcoming games for the Miami Heat. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Welcome to downtown Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. I know you're relaxed. It's now time to work.
305, my city, my city. This is one of my favorite stops on the road, Ed, and I'm sure the same applies to the visiting players.
No more time on the beach. It's time to hoop it up here in South Florida. Won by the Philadelphia 76ers. To Butler. Driving right to the basket. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Butler. Sizing up the defense. Hassan Whiteside with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Waiters against the former MVP. From long range. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Sixers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Philadelphia with the basketball. The drive right to the basket. Jimmy Butler missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And he finishes at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Butler. Simmons. Oh, emphatic slam.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To Dragic. Down to 5 on the 24. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Butler to bring it up. Leads a bucket. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Jimmy Butler. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Dragic. Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. Butler into the front court. 12-6 our score. Hassan Whiteside sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Dragic.
That's me. I got ball.
For 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Rose to Embiid. Big finish at the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
For 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Simmons to Butler. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Jimmy Butler, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Dragic into the front court. 9-point margin. Here's a chance from long range. Cleared out by Embiid. To Simmons. Hassan Whiteside swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Rose. To Butler. The shot almost. Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Dragic to Waiters.
Screen, I got your help.
From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 3 for 7.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Dragic with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. Has a look. Cleans it up. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Pass stolen by Miami. Flushes it home. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Baseline drive. It's a big finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Dragic with it. Down 11. Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Old school equals high percentage.
Dragic into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Some lineup changes now.
All right, let's do this.
Substitutions, Miami. Subbing in for the 76ers, number 31.
Brunson. Watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off James Johnson. Brunson. James Johnson pins it. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Number 44, Z.
Here comes the screen. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. He'd have the basketball. Throws it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
No good, and no foul.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Hey, check up, let's go.
He throws it down.
The assist from number 13.
Nothing going here on that drive. 17-footer at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Heat with the lead. Second quarter set to start. This
Come on, y'all, let's go get it.
Substitutions. In the game, the 76ers, number 30.
Harris. Nice pass to get things going.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.